Hey, good afternoon. Todd Clausen here, technical agronomist with the Calvin Asgrow. It is Tuesday, June 12, 2012, and yeah, this is Monday Morning Alert, brought to you by Bloomington Seed. Sorry we're a day late, but things have gotten a little hectic, but here we are. I've got a jacket on this morning. You know, it was really cool early, about 53 degrees. Right now it's about 65 degrees. This is June 12th, so it's a little bit cool. And what I want to talk about today is my concern about the lack of moisture and what I'm seeing and what I'm thinking about corn and soybeans with this lack of moisture that we're experiencing right now. Because we are certainly behind in rainfall. Corn has the ability, definitely has the ability to manage its own water. And if you look out here today, we just pulled these plants, and it's showing a little bit of wilt, but these plants were rolled up on a day that's 67 degrees, 68 degrees, and it's right about noontime today on June 12th, Tuesday. And it's rolling up. Well, the plant's rolling up so it'll lessen its surface area and disallows or doesn't allow as much moisture to come up and out of the plant as gases, hydrogen and oxygen. So that's helping us out. Secondly, if you look across the farm, a corn farm that is under drought stress, you'll see that it's showing a gray or a silver type of a hue. Well, that's a lignin content or a waxy layer that's helping keep those two gases inside the plant. And those two gases are hydrogen and oxygen. Well, H2O, that makes up water. Corn is hanging in there fairly well, although we are dawning on the edge of a second critical reproductive period, and that's about V8 to V10. So right in that stage of V8, V9, these corn plants are going to start to create the total number of potential kernels on that plant. So we'd really like to have a reprieve from this rain, or from this lack of rainfall at this point in time. So secondly, soybeans. Let's talk briefly about them. And oddly enough, we're seeing soybeans do this, starting to yellow. And yellowing at a time of year when we usually have iron chlorosis. So you see the yellow tissue and the green veins, and this is iron chlorosis, tried and true. But we generally associate iron chlorosis with cool, wet soils and poor drain, and that's not the case this year. We're seeing this chlorotic tissue, these soybeans, because of the lack of ability to get to iron, hence iron deficiency. Well, we planted soybeans in dry dirt, and then we had less soil to seed contact and less compression of the soil around that seed. Well, this plant had enough moisture to get up and out of the ground, but look at what's below ground is simply the radicle. And if I had less compression or less seed to soil contact, I now have less soil to root or soil to radical contact. And that is causing this yellowing and this iron chlorosis because the root systems aren't growing as fibrous as I want them to, and they're not coming into contact with as many nutrients as they need to take up. Hence why I'm showing iron chlorosis. Secondly, if you look, this plant has at least 3 trifoliates on it, and I should have a lot more nodules than what I see today. So on top of the inability to take in some nutrients, it's not nodulating as well as I would like. So what we need, rainfall, simple as that. Soybeans are not in a reproductive stage yet, but corn certainly is. And as we reach that B9 and B10 stage, which we're 4 days to 8 days away from most of this corn crop, we're going to need some reprieve pretty soon. Can't tell you what it costs, but it is elongating your maturity and pushing your maturity farther out. So those are a couple things on the dry conditions today from Boone, Iowa. I'm Todd Clausen, technical agronomist with the Calvin Asgrow, coming to you from Bloomington Seed. Thank you.